Hello and welcome back, everybody. I'm Reese, and on this episode, The Introverted Nerd watches Season 1, Episode 6 of Black Lightning, 3/7's The Book of Thunder. Hey folks. I'm so happy to be back. We're back from our Olympic break. It was way too long. It was like 2 weeks. But it was just too long for me. I missed the show. I miss tweeting. All of my shows are back now. The Flash, Black Lightning, everything is back. The world is right again. Right as rain. So 3/7's The Book of Thunder. I understand the Book of Thunder part. I don't understand what the 3/7s means. And they keep going with their whole biblical, the Book of Thunder, the Book of the Wanda, the Book of Hope, the Book of the Burial. So they keep, and the long ass title from last week, that was the Book of something. Not last week, but from the 5th episode. So they're going with the whole biblical thing. I don't quite understand it. I don't know if 3/7s is reference to something biblical. So if you know, or maybe I just missed something in the episode, who the hell knows? But if you know, hook up with me on Twitter, at TheIntrovertedNerd and tell me what I missed so that this won't bother me, it won't bother me that much. I'm too lazy to look it up myself. So I want you to do the work. Join in. This is a group project. You do the research. I'll do the podcast. So let's start right off the top. You can subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts. Rate and review me. Leave a 5-star review. I will read it on the following episode. And do that for me because that will really help me out. The podcast is now available on iHeartRadio. So if you have that app on your phone, you can listen to the podcast there. You can have me with you everywhere. I'm on Stitcher. I'm on Google Play, TuneIn, and so all those places, subscribe and listen to the show. I want to take over your phone and your life, and I want to be with you everywhere. And you want that too, right? You love my voice, don't you? My voice is, excuse my voice, because I think I have like a kind of cold and my voice is like scratchy. I need to have some tea, but I'm too lazy to go and get it right now. And I'm also hungry. So this is, I don't want to be here too long because I want to go get something to eat. I'm always talking about food here, but I told you I know my food, and I think I'm going to go get something really good for breakfast. I'm recording this on Friday morning, and I plan to go get something good for breakfast from the breakfast store. It's not called the breakfast store, but it's called it's a place called A&A, and you don't know anything about that unless you live in Philadelphia right now. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Now you know my plans. And I took the day off of work today because, I decided that it's my birthday month. My birthday is on March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. So have a green beer for me. And since it's my birthday month, I usually celebrate the whole week of my birthday. I don't do a whole lot of celebrating with other people. It's not like a birthday party kind of thing that I lead up to. It's more like I do something to just celebrate myself. I go buy stuff and I go out, and I usually take the week off of work. So most of the time it's just like me, like I drink a glass of wine or something and I watch TV. And that's what I was going to do this year. But I was thinking yesterday, since yesterday was March 1st, I was thinking, like, why am I just celebrating one week when I can celebrate myself for the entire month? It can be all about me for a whole month. I don't have to think about anybody else. And I usually don't. I mean, if I'm being honest, I'm kind of like selfish and self-centered anyway, and this is just adding to that. But I was listening to the Black Guy Who Tips the other day, and on one of their episodes, Rod and Karen were talking about how they somehow birthdays came up, and they were talking about, I don't know which one said it. I think it was Karen that said nobody likes to admit that they don't care about anybody's birthday but their own. And I was like, that is so true. I don't care about anybody else's birthday. I only care about my birthday. I only want to celebrate my birthday. I mean, I kind of care about my grandmother's birthday, but that's only to say happy birthday. I don't even like to say happy birthday to other people because I don't want to really get into it. I don't care about your plans really. And to be fair, I don't care if anybody else says happy birthday to me. I mean, I'm always accepting gifts. I will tell anybody that. I will accept a gift, but I don't want people to celebrate my birthday with me because I don't want to feel obligated to have to do something for them, because nobody actually buys you a gift out of the kindness of their heart. They buy you a gift. And I do believe it's like sometimes, most of the time it's like, oh, you're being nice. You get me a gift. You care about me, blah, blah, blah. But then when your birthday comes around, you expect me to reciprocate. And I don't want to do that. So what I tell everybody when they ask me if I want anything for my birthday, I tell them, no, you don't have to buy me anything, because I don't want to buy anything for your birthday, because I don't want to think about your birthday when it comes around, because I don't care. So that's what I'm planning on doing. So, which is a long-winded way of me saying I took the day off of work because it's actually twofold. It's like it's part of my month-long birthday celebration, and it's a part of the whole use up all of my paid time off, because why save that shit? You don't get anything from your job. If you're lucky enough at your job to get paid time off, to get like sick days or whatever, use all that shit up. Don't save it for especially if you have the type of job that that takes that shit back if you don't use it. Do not save it. You use your vacation days, you use your paid time off, you use all of that stuff. It's yours. You use it. And so that is a part of what I'm doing as well. So it's twofold. And you probably don't care about any of this, but that is my plan. So let's get into this episode, because I like the episode. I had some problems with some of the acting, mostly from Anissa and Jennifer. Mainly Anissa, though. I had some problems with the dialogue as well. It was just, some of it was kind of clunky, and it made it worse when it was coming from Anissa. I mean, you know how much I love Anissa, but I mean, my girl is not going to be winning any Emmys anytime soon. So, and she's really pretty, and she has a rockin' body. So, she makes up for it in other ways, but you know what I'm saying. She's not the greatest. I still love her though. Nobody tell Anissa, the actress that plays Anissa, because she lives in Philadelphia too. She might come beat me up. And I'm not a fighter. What else? Oh, and my dude Tobias. I love him as well. He should not talk that much. He's more menacing when he's not speaking. He looks good in a suit, so I don't want to not like Tobias, but if they keep making him talk, if they make him talk too much, I'm going to be going in the, toward the not liking him. It'll take a long way to get there, because Tobias stole my heart when he shot Latavius with the harpoon. So it's going to take a little more than, some bad dialogue and some bad acting to make me fall out of love with him. But we don't even want to get me close to there, because it'll get ugly if that happens. And they cannot do that to me. I love Tobias too much. Tobias and Tori, the whale siblings, I love them. And, don't take that away from me. Don't make them talk. And okay, we have too many people talking in this episode that shouldn't be talking. Tobias's henchmen should not talk. I mean, the dude already has like a weak look. The white dude, the white dude that his like his right hand man is Joey Toledo. He already has like I already said he looks like an extra from The Big Bang Theory. He shouldn't be talking, and then they made his right hand woman talk. They made her, what's her name? I think her name is Cyanide is what she's listed as in IMDb, but they let her speak in this episode, and it's like, ugh, no. She's not supposed to speak. She's supposed to look good and be menacing. And, I'm supposed to be scared she's going to pull out a gun on a nigga and just shoot them at any moment. She is not supposed to speak. And they had her speaking like all over this episode. Well, not really. I'm exaggerating. She spoke like 2 or 3 times, but it was like, no. I was like, oh my God, no, don't do this. She's not supposed to speak. And she, I don't think she's the greatest actress. She has an accent. She sounds like somebody she sounds like Russian or something. I don't know what her where her accent is from, but it's like, no, she shouldn't speak. She's not that type of character. I don't know how how I'm going to have a villain that doesn't speak and his 2 side henchmen people not speak either. It's just going to be basically I want a silent part of the episode where Tobias and his 2 hench people are. And I want that guy to go. Joey Toledo can go. I don't like him at all. He's just not, like, I feel like Cyanide, the chick, could beat his ass in a second and I wouldn't bat an eye. So we're going to go like through the people. I'm going to stick with the important parts because we'll start with, who should we start with? Tobias or Jennifer? We'll start with Tobias. So Joey Toledo goes back to Tobias because the episode picks up like right from last week. Jefferson is still laying in the little alleyway outside of the club that Joey Toledo came out of. And Joey Toledo goes back to Tobias to tell him that he fought Black Lightning. He's limping. And he's like all bloody. And Tobias and the chick are laughing at him like, what the fuck happened to you? And he explains about what happened to Black Lightning with him and Black Lightning. And Tobias, picks dude up by his neck, lifts him up by his throat with one hand, and is sipping his brown liquor while the dude is trying to explain about how he, fought Black Lightning, and he's telling him like something was wrong with him. His lightning wasn't working. And he tells Tobias that he called the police. He tipped off the police to where Black Lightning is so that the police could go get him and, I guess kill him. Because we see that the police are actually, after they get that tip from Joey Toledo, they have like this squad of cops going after him. They're taking their rifles out. They are, they have on their bulletproof vests. They're like going there expecting, I don't know what they expect from Black Lightning. They've never had a situation that why are they so into going after Black Lightning? I mean, I get it. We find out that the police chief is actually the one that's like Tobias's contact, and that's Henderson's boss. I think he's the police chief. Whoever he is, he has a higher rank than Henderson, and he's Tobias's contact at the police station. So, he has the authority. So he decided that they're all going to go get Black Lightning. And to be fair to Henderson, he is actually, he looks conflicted about this. He doesn't want to. It's actually nice to see Henderson have a little bit of like, maybe we shouldn't be going after Black Lightning. I mean, he can't do anything about it, but at least it's like, it's no more of that Black Lightning is the problem, blah, blah, blah. It's like, this is way over the top what the police are doing. And they're sending out all of these like squad cars and everything to go get Black Lightning, but whatever. They don't catch him anyway. But back to Tobias and Joey Toledo and Cyanide. Ugh. And so Tobias is like, he wanted them to kill Black Lightning, the police. So he's trying to get back in contact with the police to tell them like to take that nigga out. And he actually, when Joey Toledo was like explaining everything to him, he actually, he's sipping his drink and he's actually saying, he says to Cyanide, he's like, we used to be able to depend on white folks to be professional about things, but now they lazy and shiftless, just like brothers. And it's like, goddamn, Tobias, anytime you can be a racist piece of shit, you take it. I died though, because he says that and the chick is like, she's nodding her head like, yep, I know exactly what you're talking about. White people are just white people ain't shit, just like Black people. And it was like, what? They're ridiculous. So we also see with Tobias in this episode, we see a flashback of how Tobias killed Jefferson's father. And when Jefferson said that Tobias literally stuffed his work down his throat, he actually used literally the right way, because usually when people say literally, they don't mean literally, they mean figuratively. But yes, Tobias literally stuffed newspaper in that nigga's mouth while 12-year-old Jefferson looked on from under a table, and he beat him to death and I guess suffocated him. So here's in this flashback, we see Tobias. I had on my closed captioning while I was watching the episode. And when Tobias speaks in the flashback, it says younger Tobias. I don't know how much younger though, because they never shoot him. We never get a close up of him. I mean, it's the actor that's playing Tobias in the flashback is the regular actor. It's Crondon. So they just shoot him from far away to, sort of mask the fact that he's the same age in this flashback. But he looks the same, but this was 30 years ago. This is 1987 when this happened. So I guess Tobias is like around, in this time, he's around 30-ish, 30 something. Because this is after, I'm guessing this is after his, political career has failed and he has moved on to his criminal career. So if he's like in his 30s there, 30 years later, Tobias is like 60 something, right? So I mean, you don't know how. I want them to tell me how old Tobias really is and how much this is stunting his aging, and when he started taking that aging, his anti-aging, stuff. I want to know all that. But we do know that Tobias is around 60 something years old at this point in the present time. So that old man strength can't handle it. So at the end of the episode, we actually see Tobias talking with Khalil, and we'll get into Khalil in a second because I'm going to Jennifer next. He's talking to Khalil and he's promising Khalil that he'll walk again. And Khalil is telling him, I don't know how I can help you. And, Tobias just wants, I don't know what Tobias thinks that he's going to do, like what Khalil is going to do for him. But he's actually promising him that he'll have power and